Somewhere in Africa, 50,000 years ago, a woman is about to do the most dangerous thing a human being can do. She is giving birth. There is no hospital. There is no doctor. There are no painkillers, no sterile room, no machine measuring anything at all. There is only the dark, a small fire, and a circle of women who have done this before. And here is the strange part. She is not afraid of being alone, because she isn't. For 300,000 years, no woman ever gave birth alone. Not once in the entire history of our species. What your ancestors did the moment a baby arrived is one of the quietest, strangest chapters in the whole human story. And almost every part of it is the opposite of what we do today. Let's start with the birth itself, because human birth is genuinely bizarre. Most mammals give birth alone and in private. A horse drops its foal in a corner of the field, and the foal stands up within the hour. A cat hides in a cupboard. A chimpanzee climbs into a tree, delivers by herself, and no one else is anywhere near. For them, birth is quick, quiet, and solitary. For us, it is none of those things. The anthropologist Wenda Trevathan spent her career studying why. Her argument is simple. Humans are the only primate where giving birth is so mechanically difficult that the mother almost always needs another pair of hands. Our babies have enormous heads. Our pelvis is narrow because we walk upright. So the baby has to rotate as it comes through the birth canal, and it emerges facing away from the mother. A chimp can reach down and guide her own baby out. A human mother usually can't even see hers. She cannot easily catch it. She cannot clear its airway. She needs someone across from her. Trevathan calls this obligate midwifery. Birth, for our species, was never a private act. It was built to be shared. So who was in that circle? In a hunter-gatherer band, when a woman went into labor, the men left. They went to hunt or to the far side of camp. The women took over, her mother, her sisters, and usually one older, experienced woman who had caught dozens of babies before, who knew how to turn a breech, which plants slowed bleeding, and which positions helped the baby drop. She was, in every real sense, the first medical professional in human history. And she existed long before farming, long before cities, long before writing. The mother almost never lay on her back. Lying on your back is a modern hospital invention. She squatted, or kneeled, or stood, letting gravity do the work while another woman held her weight from behind. And when the baby finally arrived, everything that happened next came down to one thing: contact. The newborn was placed immediately, naked, on the mother's bare chest, skin to skin. It stayed there, it fed there, it slept there. Modern hospitals now recommend exactly this, and they rediscovered it recently. Your ancestors never forgot it, because for them, it wasn't a recommendation, it was survival. A newborn human can't hold its own head up. It can't keep itself warm. For the first months of its life, the mother's body was the entire world. Her heartbeat kept it calm. Her smell was the first thing it ever learned. Then there was the cord. They didn't cut it right away. They waited until it stopped pulsing, letting all the blood finish draining into the baby. Modern medicine calls this delayed cord clamping and started recommending it in the last few decades. Ancient midwives were doing it tens of thousands of years ago. And then the placenta, which almost every human culture on Earth treats with some kind of ritual. Some bury it, some plant a tree over it. Some West African groups treat it as the baby's twin, a sibling that needs its own farewell. These cultures never met each other, yet they landed on the same instinct. The placenta was the first thing your body ever shared with another person, and somehow they knew it. So the baby is born, warm, fed. Now comes the real question: who raises it? And the answer is the part that should stop you: everyone. In 2009, the anthropologist Blaffer Hrdy published a book called Mothers and Others, and it changed how scientists understand human parenting. Her argument was this: a chimpanzee mother raises her baby almost entirely alone. She carries it, feeds it, and protects it by herself for years, and if anyone else reaches for her infant, she attacks. Humans are the exact opposite. We are what biologists call cooperative breeders. We evolved to raise children as a group, not because it was kind, because it was the only way a helpless human baby could survive at all. And the numbers are are staggering. Among the FA people of the Congo, researchers found that a baby is held by an average of 14 different people. Not in its life, in a single day. Aunts, grandmothers, older siblings, neighbors, women not even related to the child. Some of them breastfeed the baby themselves. The infant is passed from arms to arms to arms, and it is almost never set down on the ground, because a baby on the ground in that world was a baby a leopard could reach. Among the Kung of the Kalahari, infants are in physical contact with another human being for around 90% of daylight hours, and nearly every time they cry, someone responds within seconds, which explains something strange. Hunter-gatherer babies barely cry, not because the babies are different, because the response is different. There is no letting them cry it out. The need is met before it becomes distress. So the baby simply learns there's no reason to cry for long. And when you pick up your own screaming newborn today, and it suddenly goes quiet against your chest, that is not a coincidence. That is an ancient reflex, still running. A baby being carried believes it is being carried to safety, so it goes still and silent, so it doesn't get you both killed. It is a 300,000-year-old survival program, still living inside your child right now. And then there are the grandmothers. This is the part nobody expects. Almost every animal dies not long after it can no longer reproduce. There's no evolutionary reason to keep a body running once it can't pass on genes. But human women live for decades after menopause. Why? In 1997, the anthropologist Kristen Hawkes studied the Hadza of Tanzania and noticed something. The hardest working, most productive food gatherers in the whole camp were not the young mothers. They were the grandmothers. Women in their 60s and 70s, digging tough roots out of hard ground, feeding the grandchildren their daughters couldn't feed while nursing a new baby. That extra food meant mothers could have their next child sooner. Hawkes called it the grandmother hypothesis. Your long lifespan, the decades you get after your fertility ends, may exist because an old woman digging roots in the African sun was once the difference between a child living and a child starving. Menopause isn't a breakdown, it's a strategy. Now hold all of that in your mind and look at how we do it now. For 300,000 years, a mother had somewhere between 5 and 15 people actively helping her raise each child every single day. Today, in most of the industrialized world, that number is 2, often 1. You are sitting in an apartment at 3 in the morning with a screaming infant, and nobody is coming. No grandmother down the path, no sister in the next shelter, no neighbor who will hold the baby so you can sleep for 1 hour. The exhaustion you feel is not weakness. It is not a failure of character. It is the result of trying to do alone, the one thing your body was never, in 300,000 years, designed to do alone. Because for the entire history of our species, the question was never whether one person could raise a child. The answer to that was always no. The question was whether enough people cared about that child to keep it alive. And for 300,000 years, enough people always did. That is the oldest promise our species has ever made. And it is the only reason any of us are here.